Okay, that's gonna have to stay. How we looking? Good enough. All right, folks, we don't have a lot of time. This building closes very, very soon. Okay. So, here we go. Part 2 of our script, Inside the Voice of Love, Falling Down. So, we're really going to need to sit down and pay attention tonight because we're really running out of time and the building is closing in the next, well, a little less than an hour, about 45 minutes, and we got to go, okay? So, if you were here last time, we did part 1, and we went over what the beautiful Cass McLeod had sung by using her words, her poetic genius. We went over her inner dialogue, okay? And it was very, very beautiful stuff. So now we're going to continue onward with the script and keep breaking it down and go through a very detailed analysis so that you guys know how to write a proper script for future reference and for the fruits of your labors. Okay, so here we go. Inside the Voice of Love, Falling Down by Graham Smith and Cass McLeod. Now this is our next scene here. She rises after this inner dialogue. She kind of rises like a rising phoenix. Okay, beautiful bird, colorful. I believe it's a sports team as well. Okay, she's a rising phoenix. She slings this bag over her shoulder and begins to walk towards the edge of campus. Okay, and that's when our title comes in. Remember, the title on this piece of paper, so the title on the piece of paper that you have right now on your desk is the wrong title. So remember that. The proper title is here. In fact, let me get a pen so I can correct this with you guys in live time. Okay? So, no. That's the old title. Stupid title, by the way. Stupid ass title. You want to know what you don't make your title? Too esoteric and too, just too stereotypical. Okay? Now, our actual title was The Voice of Love. The Voice of Love. Falling down. 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 Okay? Down. The Voice of Love, Falling Down. Okay, that's our title. Okay, and so the next scene we see, after the title card, is the rural fields, nightfall. So we're showing a scene of the light going away. Okay, the light is going away. Bye-bye. No more light. No more light. And this is on purpose. This is absolutely significant of why we don't, why we pay attention to the little things, why we don't focus on bigger things, bigger action, bigger movements, bigger things. We don't care about that. We care about the finite details. The finite detail. Hold on now. We got to make sure the mic doesn't. The mic's more excited than I am. But I got to keep you guys engaged, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So the finite details, the small little things that catch your little eye, those are the things that are really going to stick out when you're writing any kind of script for the big screen. Okay, so the path narrows through tall grass, okay, and the campus sounds really start to fade away. and crickets and wind starts taking over, okay? And she passes by this leaning fence post, okay? This little fence post here is, Little Red Riding Hood grandma's house, out in the sticks, out in the middle of nowhere, kind of Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas tree type of fence post. Okay, this thing is just falling down, just about to fall down, just about the voice of love falling down. Okay, so here we go. She passes by a leaning fence post, and there's a faded pink ribbon tied to it. Okay, and this pink little ribbon, this faded pink little ribbon, it sways gently. Okay, as if it's in the wind. It's swaying back and forth so gently. Oh, so gently. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing. It's such symbolism for her. And, there might even be some kind of hidden message here. Maybe it's symbolizing her mom. Her mom is this pink ribbon swaying in the wind just gently, and it's faded, because her mom's older than her, obviously. She must have been, if she came from, mama, mama must be a little older, okay? And mama could be this faded pink ribbon swaying in the wind gently, okay? And so, that could be her mom's legacy. Living through her. There's a lot of philosophical significance to that. So, philosophically, it's like, who said it best? I'll let you guys answer, but who said it best? That the worst burden of a child is the unlived fulfillment, right? The unfulfilled legacy or dream of the parent. Ooh. Oh, okay. I didn't say it, a famous philosopher said it. I'll let you figure it out on your own. You should already know. If you made it this far to such a prestigious place like this, you ought to know who said that, okay? I'll give you a hint. He made the Enneagram. Okay? So, there you go. A little bit of philosophy in there. That's what's going on with that. Now she brushes it with her fingers and she moves on. All right. Let's see. So this is back to her dialogue now. So after we've really seen some symbolism, some surreal objects, inanimate objects that have a lot of life to them, we now are going back to the dialogue. Now here she is. And I love this. This is one of the best things. Oh, looks like you can't even see it on the screen there. So here we go. Hold on now. Make sure everybody's listening. Y'all listening? Hello? Everybody listen? Okay. Hey, I'm still here. I know you got your TikToks and your Instagrams and all that stuff, but look, you gotta really sit down and listen here. Really gotta sit down and listen here, because I'm telling you, this is one of the any scene where there's dialogue, I know. I probably sound like a broken record up here, but any scene with dialogue is extremely important. Extremely important that you pay attention. Okay? So here we go. She says, silence peels things back. Silence peels things back. Back. Okay. Eerie words. Eerie words, you know. You break that down a little bit. Ooh. I'm slipping on the silent banana peel. Okay, silence peels things back. Out here, it says, now here's the next one. Out here, you can hear what people hide from themselves. Out here, you can hear what people hide from themselves. Ooh. Ooh. Okay? Out here you can hear what people hide from themselves. Now that's just, whew, you know. Here is a girl in the modern generation who is surrounded by the hustle, the bustle, and the noise. And, you know, all of the distractions that come along the way for Generation Z and for other, you know, folks in this very, very loud, hustle-bustle society, city-driven type of lifestyle. You know, this is what's going on. It's very loud. It's very, very loud. There's a lot of noise. And, you know, finally, she is in a place where she can proclaim her truth. She can proclaim her truth. And this is so powerful for women empowerment, because there's so many women out there who don't get an opportunity to proclaim their truth. Okay? This is part of the reason of what's so wrong with society, is there are moments where women do not have a voice. There's a lot of women stuck at home with abusive men, abusive fathers, just down with the oppression, and it's time to give our ladies a voice again. Whoop, whoop. Okay? No, and it's a very, very serious matter. So what she says right, okay? Right there, okay? Right there. It's just, it's so powerful. It touches my heart. It touches my heart. That's why I'm so emotional about it, folks. Because this is just something that is not being talked about. This is something that's not being shared on social media, let alone in our entertainment industry. We are not proclaiming and promoting women like we should. I'd even go so far to take a verbiage, to take a statement from an alt-right article that I was reading. Women are under attack. Okay? Women are under attack. They are. They are, but not in the way these, you know, crazy conservatives mean. No. Women are under attack because they don't have a voice. They are still being oppressed by men in a society that's built by men. And this is no good. This is no good. And so that's why artistic expression is so important. I'm not one to jump into social justice necessarily, but hell, I can make quite the difference by just making art. Whatever you put your heart into, you make art and you make change. Okay, folks, that's as simple as 1, 2, 3, ABC. 1, 2, 3, ABC. All right, so now there's a discarded Polaroid, lies in the dirt is the next scene, and there's a couple, a smiling couple, and their faces are blurred by time. They're blurred by time. They've almost disappeared into a different time zone, almost crossed over to another dimension, you know, wherever you want to go with it. But their faces have been blurred by time. I like to think more of time as a linear thing. You know, it doesn't go backwards. It's a consistent forward motion. It's a consistent forward notion. You can't go back. You just can't. You just can't go back. Okay. And she studies it and slips the picture into her pocket. So, see, you know, there you go. There's a visual interpretation of what she's talking about right here in the beginning, folks. She's talking about it right here, and now she's showing it. She's showing a physical copy. Hold on. Let me get this up here, honey, so you can see it. All right, right here. Right here. Whoa. Whoa, there it is. Whoa. Blurred by the time she studies, she slips it in her pocket. Wow. Okay? So this is the kind of woman that she is. This is her heart. This is her passion. This is her joy. This is what she's fighting for. This is what makes her so free. This is what makes her, her soul happy. This is what makes her soul happy, folks. This is such a big, astonishing proclamation of an individual. Okay? So, the dialogue continues. They leave traces everywhere. Period. Little proofs of how they felt before they forgot. Okay? You know, and this is all written by Cass McLeod. Cass McLeod, you know, she is a phenomenal author. Just incredible creative genius. She wrote all this, folks. I typed it up for her. That's about it. This all came from her heart. Her heart. You know? Goodness. They leave traces everywhere. Little proofs of how they felt before they forgot. Right? So just like that Polaroid. Symbolizing people who have just forgotten who they are. People who have forgotten what's important. What's important. Not only in others, right? Selflessness. You'd hope selflessness was important. No, not even in that capacity. We're not there yet. But just in the capacity of forgetting who the hell they are. No individuality. No sense of worth or value out of just being cattle. Cattle. That's a shame. But that's the reality we live in, folks. The grass gives way to damp earth. The tree line looms ahead, dark and dense. Fireflies flicker in a strange rhythmic pattern. She hesitates. She steps into the woods, and there she goes, into the abyss. Into the abyss she goes. How are we doing on time, folks? Oh, geez. Yeah, we're running out of time. Okay, boy, I'm sorry, folks. I wanted to get this whole thing done today, but I don't think we'll be able to tonight. We'll have to continue it another night when we have a little more time. But don't worry, we'll make sure to get it done ASAP as soon as we can get another room and when the night is young. A young night makes good time scheduling better for me and for all who are interested in this class. All right, here we go. So exit into the woods, nighttime. There's the next scene. The air grows heavier, quiet. Okay? The air grows heavier. The air grows heavier. Quiet. Sorry about that. We're still trying to figure out the technical difficulties here with the audio. It's a little messed up in this room, but well, it's okay. We'll figure it out. So it's quiet. Objects hang from branches. A cracked locket, soaked letters, and broken friendship bracelets. The camera lingers on each separately, consecutively too, though. Okay, folks, consecutively. So each one of these objects has very, very powerful symbolism, as every inanimate object has so far, folks. Okay? We've had a cracked locket, which is symbolizing a very personal little capsule of time of hers that's been cracked, and it's on the ground. Soaked letters is the next thing that we see, and broken friendship bracelets. Now, I'll just focus on the broken friendship bracelets because it's going to take a little time to explain all this, folks. But these broken friendship bracelets were definitely a creative direction that I actually wanted to make. Because it's kind of a nod to her real life relationship she's had with her friends. Her friendships have been broken over time, over trust issues, over trauma, over dysfunctional families, over maturity, over men, just you name it. There's a number of reasons why this poor girl has just been through it. And so it's a shame. It's a major shame. But the camera lingers on each one, okay? Now, I think for sake of time, we're going to have to stop right there, folks. But I hope you got some notes in there. Again, it's always recorded, so we'll upload that online for you to check out. And yeah, until next time, don't worry, we'll go over part 3 next time. We just kind of ran out of time this night.